What is going on, everybody? Dominic Caminata here, another beautiful Warrior Wisdom Walk. Let me say Happy New Year. It is 2026. I hope that everybody watching this had a fantastic holiday season and they're ready to kick ass and take names in 2026. This is a really great time of year to set some new goals. Kind of reflect on your previous year, what went well, what you can improve on, make some course corrections, and then go long-headed into 2026. Hopefully your goal is to level up from last year. Regardless of what happened, you want to take your life, your career, your profession to the next level. You want to take your business to the next level. I know a lot of people this time of year like to reflect on their health and wellness, which is great. If you watch any of these Warrior Wisdom Walks, you know that health and wellness is always a headline of conversations. The main reason I started doing this is so I could have a little break in the middle of my day to go for a nice walk, get some exercise, and challenge myself with my 75-pound weighted vest. So I feel compelled to share something that I stumbled upon a few months ago, and it's something that I'm taking very seriously, and it's something that my wife and I are actively doing right now. And I think it's one of the most important hidden secrets to optimizing health and vitality in the world. And it actually pisses me off that more people don't talk about this. I don't hear this from any doctors. I don't hear this from any health experts. And I just want to be clear, I am not a medical doctor. I do not practice medicine without a license, but this is something I do feel compelled to share because I think this is a total game changer. If you're serious about optimizing your health and vitality and you want to protect your body from the onset of disease, because the thing about disease is it's all preventable. Disease is not something that occurs overnight. It occurs over long periods of time, typically years of self-sabotage, exposing yourself to toxic habits, behaviors, poisons, things of that nature. Obviously, I've talked a lot about all these things on previous Warrior Wisdom Walks. But this topic, it should be common sense, but nobody talks about it. So this Warrior Wisdom Walk, I'm going to talk about the number one hidden secret to health and vitality. And that is cleansing your liver and your gallbladder. So doing a liver and gallbladder cleanse. So let me just talk about something. I've been doing some research on the subject, and this stuff just blows my mind. So in the United States, you ready for this? We spend over $5.6 trillion with a T on healthcare. $5.6 trillion a year in healthcare, okay? Now, I just want you to know that your body was never designed to be sick, and the number one person that should be in charge of your healthcare is you, okay? So let's make that clear. But 5.6 trillion, that's 20% of our nation's GDP, our gross domestic product. 20% of it is spent on healthcare. Now, this liver and gallbladder cleanse that I'm talking about, it doesn't really cost you anything. And it's one of the optimal ways to restore health and vitality in your body. So why does this matter? And why do you have to clean your liver? Well, the liver is the number one filter of all poisons and toxins in your entire body that fuels and feeds every cell in your body. So you know that your body is comprised of 60 to 100 trillion cells. Well, the organ that's primarily responsible for feeding every one of your cells the nutrients they need to thrive is your liver. So if your liver is impaired, guess what else is impaired? Every cell in your body, which represents every organ in your body. And this is why you can trace back the origin of almost every disease to a contaminated liver and cellular congestion, the toxic buildup of waste in your liver. Now, how does this show up? A lot of people don't talk about this, and there's even medical professionals that don't even know about this. This is why this shit just blows my mind. But a lot of people, they think of gallstones, right? When I say gallstone, what do you think about? Primarily the gallbladder, right? But did you know that through the basic American lifestyle, the average American has hundreds, if not thousands, of gallstones in their liver? Not their gallbladder, their liver. So you accumulate all these gallstones over your lifespan of kicking your ass, poisoning yourself, using your mouth as a garbage compactor, all the overeating that we do in this country, the sedentary life, sitting around, not being active, not drinking enough water, and obviously eating toxic substances, drinking poisonous substances like our beer, our wine, our alcohol, things of that nature. So you develop hundreds, if not thousands, of gallstones, and these are very toxic fragments of material that clog up the bile ducts of your liver and significantly impair the liver function of your body. So why does this matter? When you have hundreds, if not thousands, of gallstones clogging up your liver, it basically can trickle down and cause any disease known to man. There's hundreds of diseases that are caused from an impaired liver. So just to summarize, like if you want to optimize the vitality of every cell in your body and every organ in your body, clean your liver. If you have a clean, fully functioning liver, and the liver is such an amazing organ because it has this incredible ability to bounce back and regenerate and regain about 100% of its original function. But this liver cleanse that we're doing, it's about a 1-week commitment. And the first 6 days, all you're doing is trying to eat light. You're eating clean. So you're eating primarily fresh, organic fruits and vegetables. And you're drinking 32 ounces of apple juice for the first 6 days, each day. Now, that may seem like a lot, but the reason why the apple juice is important is because apple juice has malic acid in it. And the malic acid in the apple juice, what it does is it takes the gallstones and it will soften them up and loosen them up. So when you actually do the liver cleanse, those gallstones can be pulled out and safely removed with no muss or fuss. Now, some people have a really clogged up intestinal tract, right? Maybe your colon's clogged up. Maybe you have a lot of plaque and a lot of waste matter built up in your intestines. So it's recommended before you try to do any liver cleanse or any liver flush that you do a colon cleanse. And what my wife and I decided to do is we're doing a teaspoon of Epsom salt, oral Epsom salt. This is not the stuff that goes in your bathtub, but oral Epsom salt. You can buy it on Amazon. First thing in the morning, you take a teaspoon of oral Epsom salt and you put that into 8 ounces of water, 8-ounce glass, 6 to 8 ounces, and you take it down and you do that for about 2 to 3 weeks prior to doing any liver cleanse. And the reason why is as you're passing these gallstones, you want to make sure you have a clear intestinal tract for them to pass through so none of them get stuck or clogged or have any issues passing through. And that's something that people should be doing a few times a year anyway, is cleansing out your intestinal lining, because in this country we overeat, we eat too frequently, we don't give our body a chance to fully digest the food. So more than likely you have pounds of waste built up in your intestinal lining, in your large intestine and small intestine, that needs to be flushed out. So it's a good idea to take proactive measures and do that. Then the liver cleanse itself, it's just a combination of a few basic ingredients. All it is Epsom salt, it's extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, and grapefruit juice. And that's pretty much it. So, and there's a whole book on the subject that I want to recommend to everybody, because again, I'm not the expert, but I want to recommend everyone read this book. You can listen to it on Audible. It's called The Liver and Gallbladder Miracle Cleanse by Andreas Moritz. And it's about a 7-hour listen. It's worth every second. And he'll walk through why it's important to clean your liver. Basically, the trickle-down impact of a congested liver, having all these gallstones in there, and what that can do to impair every organ, every cell in your body, and how you can truly restore your health and vitality. And literally any disease you can think of, you can prevent by keeping your liver clean. Now, I'm not saying that one liver cleanse is going to solve all your problems, but I will tell you that if you do multiple liver cleanses and you take proactive measures to keep it clean, which once you get your liver clean, it's only doing it maybe once or twice a year to maintain, you truly can prevent almost every disease. And things like weight gain and water retention, those things will be a thing of the past, because when you have a fully functioning liver, your body's able to utilize more of the nutrients and break them down and process them and turn them into energy. So you don't have as much weight gain and fat deposits. It's going to help stabilize all your neurotransmitters and your hormones in your body. There's a million different benefits, and it's obviously going to help prevent your gallbladder from getting gallstones in there too. So I just wanted to share this information. It's something my wife and I are going through right now. If you're looking for the ultimate way to restore health and vitality. And I'm talking like your clarity of thought, your energy level, your mindset, your ability to control your disruptive emotions, your prevention of any and all diseases, improving the health of every one of the 60 to 100 trillion cells in your body to be optimal. If you want to be a warrior, you want to be optimal, you got to clean the filter, guys. That poor liver that is the #1 detoxification organ in your body that is getting its ass kicked every day, especially around the holidays, right? With the extra alcohol consumption, all the junk food. It's time to clean the filter, clean that thing out. Do yourself a favor, read the book, The Liver and Gallbladder Miracle Cleanse by Andreas, Moritz. We'll put a link in the notes here on this video. You will not regret it. I want everybody to truly live optimally, live a long, healthy life. If health and wellness is your priority, do a liver cleanse. Nobody talks about it. It actually bothers me every time I talk about this subject. Like, no one's ever explained this to me. I just stumble upon this myself by relentlessly pursuing health and wellness as a top priority. So as we pursue a new year, we're setting new goals. Make it a goal to be optimal, live a life of full vibrance and vitality, clean your liver. You will not believe how it'll enhance your life in ways you can't even imagine. So I know it's a little different topic today, but I just wanted to inspire people. Take proactive measures, live healthy, live optimal, take care of your body, love yourself, and you too can be a top performer in your chosen profession. So on behalf of Grosso University, yes, you are a closer.